Hello everyone, my name is Alexa and I'm next up in the A to Z product education series. Today I am bringing you a really cool oil, basil. So basil is so neat because I think we're all very familiar with basil, the plant. We might have cooked with it. We probably have grown it at some point in our gardens, but have you used the essential oil? So I'm going to talk about some properties in basil and then I'm going to break it down and how we can use it in a practical way on our bodies, in our homes, for our families to get that therapeutic punch. So some of the top properties that in basil are steroidal, which means it's going to produce a cortisone-like action in the body. It's an antispasmodic, so it's going to actually help with spasming muscles. And then regenerative, it literally helps with rebuilding tissue in our bodies. We can all use that, especially when we have muscle tears in our body. But it's also an anti-inflammatory, right? Anti-inflammatory oils are just a gem for us because inflammation is all over our body and it is constantly the spearheaded part of most diseases. So when we look at basil and how we can apply that for those properties is we're going to use it topically. We're going to use it with a coconut oil, with our fractionated coconut oil, because it can be a very warming oil, especially for sensitive skin. And if you are using this on your children, definitely dilute. Okay, that's your fun safety tip. So how that you're going to use this topically is you're going to apply it to any cramping areas. I love to use this monthly on my monthly cycle with Clary Calm. So I'll actually apply it to my abdomen. I love to use it for muscle pain. It is in our Aroma Touch oil, which is great for soothing sore muscles. So just think basil's in there for a reason. So using it by itself can also help and maybe even amplify some pain relief in any muscle or injury that you might have physically. I also use basil because it is incredible for milk supply. So for all my nursing mamas out there and you're struggling with supply, or just maybe you want to just give it a little boost, Basil essential oil is incredible for that. So taken internally or applied topically to the breast right after nursing a baby, basil is going to be great. We're going to get to fennel, and I know we're going to hear from a wise doula on this oil. So just keep that in your back burner. With basil and fennel together are incredible for milk supply. It is also an incredible oil for focus. So if any of you guys have little kids that are doing homework and they're having a hard time, or maybe even you work from home or in your office and you need some mental clarity, or maybe you even struggle with some adrenal fatigue, basil is incredible for that. So put it in the diffuser with some bergamot. Use it with some peppermint for energy and mental clarity. So that is a great oil to diffuse for that. Also, internally, it is just yummy to cook with. So if you're going to be cooking with your essential oils, start small. I like to actually dip the toothpick right into that little hole right there and start by just swizzling that in, because they are very strong and they will pack a very delicious punch, but you might actually use too much. So start with small. If it's do one drop at a time and go from there. I love putting it with olive oil and doing my marinades with basil. I like to put in my spaghetti sauce or a bread dip. It's a delicious oil to cook with. So those are just a few ways of using your basil essential oil, and there are so many more. So don't pause just because you don't know how to use this oil. Open it up and get trying basil.